you're stronger than this. I know you are. We've gotten through so many more things. So how can we not get through this? Learning to enjoy being alone. Now, this wasn't exactly a video I was planning on making, but since I watched the video by my friend Watch the Couch, I was like, it's a very interesting subject, and it's something that I want to give some ideas about as well. So, let's talk about this for a bit. Let's talk about being alone, as well as some other things that might affect you during this process. Let's talk about friends and family. Let's talk about social media, as well as the internet in general. Let's talk about occupying your time. And at the end, I'll give you some of my final thoughts. Some things that will probably help you during this whole situation that you're going through right now. Considering how things were before this whole situation started, I'm pretty sure it's normal for people to feel weird being alone during this whole time, or having to be alone during this whole process. And I can understand how other problems, other situations such as anxiety and depression might also be affecting people a lot right now. But I want everyone to take a step back and look at the big picture, look at everything. First of all, we're doing this not because we want to be separated from everyone, but we're doing this also because we want to take care of everyone. So besides, looking at the fact that we're alone, let's look at the fact that we're not the only ones who have to live this alone. There's also other people who have to do this as well, for the sake of their friends, their family, for the sake of the ones they care about. And let's not just look at that. Let's look at the fact that these people still exist. What I'm trying to say with that is, even if you feel alone in the moment where you have this kind of situation, I think it's fine if you go and you reach out and remember that these people are still in touch. You can still give them a call, you can still send them a message, you can still, heck, nowadays it's all Zoom, Skype, I don't know, people still use Skype. You can get in touch with anyone and everyone around the world. And this is where I kind of want to go into the next topic, which is friends and family, where, just think about it. Even if this whole situation is what it is, and we can't exactly go out and give everyone hugs, because you never know which hug might come with a special surprise inside, it's the fact that these people still exist that makes it not as bad as you think. Sometimes we like to put ourselves in the worst possible position for, I'm not sure exactly what reason, but maybe because we're not looking at the positions of everyone else in the world. And that's kind of normal. We kind of look at things for ourselves. We're a little bit selfish like that, which is fine, but it's also good, like I said before, to take a step back and look at the situation that everyone's going through. This is something I talked a lot about at the beginning of this whole situation, because there were people who were worried about, oh, I can't see my friends, oh, I can't talk to this person, I can't do this or that, like I can't play sports, I can't go out and hug people. Okay, I understand your pain. I'm a very affectionate person as well. I love talking to people too. But I'm also conscious that there are people who are forced to go out during this whole situation, or forced to be in touch or in contact with people and the environment that could put them and their families at risk. And all for the sake of earning money, which we know is quite necessary, because if not, how do we pay our rent? How do we buy our food? How do we do our things? But the point of the matter is, if you find yourself in a position where you feel bad about these things, try to take a step back and remember that other people are living through even tougher situations. And I'm not saying that I don't feel for you. I 100% feel for you if you feel bad, because you still either way want to get in touch with people, but give it time. Try to hold on to all those emotions that you have, all that feeling that you have of wanting to embrace someone, of wanting to have that moment where you guys can talk and have fun and once again be like a normal society again. Hold it all back, and the moment when you're able to do that, you're gonna enjoy it so much more. I kind of think of this as you're charging like a meter, like a bar, where little by little, all the energy is kind of reaching the top until it starts to burst. And the moment when you actually get to do this thing, you have so much fun doing it. And going back to the situation of friends and family, remember, you still have family. So if you haven't talked to your family in a long time, this is a great chance to do it. Try to take advantage of this time. Don't let your anxiety, don't let your depression, don't let the fact that you feel alone influence you completely into thinking that you are alone. You're not always alone. You've got people who love you. You've got people who care about you. Reach out to them. And even if you can't see each other, well, in person, at least you can see each other through a camera or through a call. You guys can hear each other, which is great too. And if that's not enough, I want you remembering that even if no one else is around, even if for some reason you're lacking in friends or you're lacking in family, which I don't know why that would happen, but I know some people have some kinds of situations, which is fine. I want you to remember that you always have yourself. Even in your deepest, darkest moments, even when you feel the most alone, remember that you always have yourself. That might not be enough for some people, but you are always there for you. And that is very important, believe it or not. I'd also like to go into the matter of social media and internet as a whole. I love social media. I think we all love social media. And I mean, there's gonna be people who don't love social media, and that's fine also as well, good, perfect for you. But a lot of people, if not the whole world, except for people who don't have access to it, love the internet, and most love social media. Social media and the internet keeps us connected with everyone who's around us, who we might not be able to see at this moment, but we can definitely talk to them through a screen. But this is both a blessing as it is a curse, considering the fact that when you talk about the internet, you talk about social media, we have the positives. We can talk about the positives all day. We know the positives. Connection, interaction, gaming, knowledge that you can use to improve, and just so many other things that it's hard to look at the negative side of internet. And it's some of those same things that you see as positives that can also turn into negatives if you let them, of course. For example, we talk about getting to know the world. We talk about how we can get in touch with everyone. But the problem is, when you get in touch with everyone, you also tend to look too deep into the things that other people are doing. And you forget that your life is your life. You have certain things that you can do, certain things that you can achieve. Of course, I'm not saying you can't. By the way, I don't want you to not model things that other people are doing. But I want you to try to remember that even if your situation is what it is, and someone else is out partying, getting drunk, having fun with friends, on a yacht, on a plane, that's their life. It's their life. Don't look at it as your life. Don't try to compare your life to their life, because your lives are not the same thing. Each person lives their life the way that they want to live their life. Each person does the things that they want to do. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. You can't try to put yourself in their position or say that I want to do these things, or what's worse, what I see happening a lot, is get sad or depressed because you don't have the things, or you can't do the things that someone else is doing. Someone else's life is their life. Let them live it. Let them do the things that they can. Let them enjoy the things that they can enjoy. In the meantime, you try to enjoy the things that you can enjoy. You do the things that you can do. Make yourself happy. Play a video game. Talk to a friend. Watch some TV. And if TV isn't enough for you, watch some series online. Watch some anime. Have fun your way. Because you're never gonna have the same kind of fun as someone else, unless you aspire to have that fun in the future and obviously you work towards it. That's a totally different story. But you're not gonna have fun if all you do is live your life comparing yourself to someone who you don't even know, and who, quite frankly, doesn't really even care that you're not having the same life that they're having. If they did care, they would tell you, hey, come with us and let's go do this, which is not gonna happen, because I know that people can't do that. Because if they start reaching out and doing that for one person, more people are gonna want them to reach out towards them. And then there's gonna be no point to it. It's just gonna be a problem, and things are just gonna get worse. And remember the situation we're in. We're not doing this because we wanna be stuck indoors. We wanna look at other people's lives. I know that there are times where you're like, you don't have another choice than to look at what people are doing on social media, because that's what shows up. But do something else. Watch some TV, like I said, or watch a series. Or heck, I don't know, sleep. But try to avoid putting yourself in that kind of terrible position where you're just constantly comparing yourself. Because at the end of the day, what's the point? Occupying your time may seem kind of complicated during this whole situation, considering some people occupied their time going out, doing sports, talking with their friends, having fun, or doing tons of other things that you might say, I can't do that now. But if you can't do some of those things now, there are still other things that you can do. You can still train. If you're a sports athlete, there's still ways you can train. I've seen people getting up at 5 in the morning to jog, which is perfect. I do my own exercise routine here at home every day, which is perfect. And everyone might have their own other things to do. Like I said before, watching things or playing things, which is fine. Everyone has their own way to keep themselves occupied. But I want you to remember, keep yourself occupied, because the more occupied you are, the faster time is gonna feel like it goes, and eventually we're gonna get through this and everything is gonna be all right again. Occupy your time doing things that if you feel you're not being productive sometimes, it's gonna hurt you a lot. I would recommend exercise because that also helps your brain work a little bit better. But if you can't do exercise, if you feel that that's not for you, obviously you can still read, you can still investigate things. There are people who during this whole time I've seen become entrepreneurs. I've become a YouTuber. I have friends who have learned how to cook. I've had friends who have learned how to do arts and crafts. I've had friends who have just been learning how to play instruments. There's something for everyone. All you have to do is search and you will find it. So, my final thoughts on this whole situation. Remember, being alone isn't the end of the world. Try to enjoy your own company. Try to enjoy the fact that if you are alone, there are still tons of people you can reach out to. There are still tons of things that you can do. So take advantage and do those things. Reach out to those people. Try to have fun in your own way. And I want to be 100% clear and transparent with all of this. And I want you to know, I know that not everything is going to work for everyone. And I know that the solution isn't always just me or someone else, some big influencer telling you guys, hey, this is what you have to do, so do it. And you're going to do it and everything's going to be all right. I know that might not be the solution for everyone, but I want you to try to find a solution. Because a problem is not a problem if it has a solution. So always look for it. Look for the solution. Don't look for more problems. Because I think right now, what most people are full of is problems. Maybe debts, maybe situations with the family, maybe situations with their sport, maybe situations with the internet that, oh, I have a very bad connection. Oh, I don't have an air conditioner at home. Oh, I can't see this person. Oh, I can't do this thing. And if you just keep piling onto the problems, you're not really looking for a solution to all of this. And all you're doing is making things worse. Try to look for something that will make things better. Try to think of, instead of, oh, I don't have this, remember, oh, I do have this. When I talked about family earlier. And when I talked about family, I wanted you guys to take a look at it. Like, have you guys really taken into consideration your family other than maybe the first few weeks or the first month? Have you called them? Have you talked to them in person? Like maybe they live with you. Have you spent some time with them? I don't know, this would be a great time to actually take advantage and do those things. Maybe there are friends who you haven't reached out to in a very long time. Have you tried reaching out to them? Have you tried something new? Like I said before, some kind of new hobby like cooking or maybe arts, or maybe heck, you learn how to play an instrument. And I mean, there's tons of things you can do. Take advantage of the internet, which is at your disposal most of the time. And if you don't have it, I'm not sure how you're watching this video, but if you do have it, take advantage of it. Look for a tutorial on YouTube, look for something that you can do, something that'll let you have fun, that'll make you feel happy. And don't let problems take over your world. Don't let this situation be the end of you. You're stronger than this. I know you are. We've gotten through so many more things. So how can we not get through this? So let's do our best. And let's put an end to this. And let's not worry about loneliness. Let's not worry about being alone. And instead of worrying about it, more than anything, let's look for the way to solve it.